Hello and welcome to episode 3 of my week of exploring. I still don't have a set name that I want to call it, but today's episode is going to be Borderlands. Now, before I go in, there's a good, I want to say about 5 minutes between now and when we actually get to play after I hit this button. As you can see, I actually haven't played a lot, so I'm going to set a couple of things up here. I've never completely beaten any of the Borderlands games. I've played a couple of times with friends, usually dropping in and out. And I've owned the Borderlands games, like, since they've come out. I have 1, 2, and the pre-sequel, but I've just never had a chance, or I don't want to say chance, but more of, I've never had friends who play them, so I've never gotten into them. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I'm going to jump in as the hunter. But, at the same time, while I will be doing this video as the hunter, if we do decide to continue and play the Borderlands games, so 1, and then after we beat 1, we'll move to 2, and then to the pre-sequel. At the beginning of those games, we'll have the chance to choose what you want to play, or you want me to play as. So whether it be the soldier, the siren, the berserker, the hunter, or whatever. So, anyway, as I said, I'm going to go ahead and pause this here, and I'll join back with you as soon as we're done with... or as soon as we get to a part where I can shoot people. Ciao. Okay, now welcome back. So, we are now getting into combat, and I apologize if I suck at the combat. Although, wow, this mouse acceleration is weird. I don't remember the actual numbers that are attributed to them, but my mouse has 4 presets, and I normally play on the 3rd highest one. Or I normally do everything with the 3rd highest one. Yet, for this I've had to drop down to the lowest, and it still seems to be a bit, I don't want to say fast, but unruly. I was sitting here hoping I'm gonna step in here, I'm gonna shoot some guy in the head and be like, yeah, I'm actually pretty good at this. Nope. Seriously? Now, anyway, as I was saying, if we do continue to play, obviously I'll start going into more detail with a lot of these and go through. However, if we just kind of throw a couple of things at the wall, let's see which one of these is better.
Wow! That looks like it could do some damage! Okay, let's get this gate open.
More accurate, faster, I'll take that one. So, as I was saying, if we take a look at
have no fear, I'm sure I can do it.
How the game is set up, a little bit of designer input, if you would say. One thing I do love is how they put details into the scope. While it's not exact, when you aim, as you can see if you look at the scope, you can actually see the details of what the rifle is pointing at.
I'm over here!
And, I mean, that's something that they didn't have to put in. And actually probably... I don't want to say it cost them a lot, but it... I mean, that probably took a good couple of hours for some guy to code, and even at minimum wage, 3 or 4 hours is still like $50. Well, not minimum wage, but I mean like if you were to convert the average salary of a designer to a wage. Sent. What the hell? I'm like positive I was pointing directly at that guy's dome. That's just, yeah. If I remember right, as you get better weapons, they stop wiggling so much. Yeah, it's a 95% on accuracy, so if I was able to get like a bigger one or a better, it would start working better. Less wiggling around and more accurately shooting people in the head. That, and I believe since I am the sniper, I also get a handful of talents that allow me to do that as well.
I'm gonna kill you.
Who are you gonna kill? Anyway. So yeah. It does look like even with the smaller scope, there's a limit. Like, obviously, since you can't see with it, you're not gonna, or you can barely see it, you're barely gonna tell. But there does seem to be some differences when as you go through. And it's like, yeah, I mean, we're talking about people who are being paid a pretty decent amount of money, and to work on something like as small as that.
Get those some bitches.
It's like, that's just, that normally takes care. Obviously, it doesn't always, and it could just be them going for the graphics or trying to make up extra time, but it's normally better to try to give people the reasons to look good as opposed to the other.
This new visitor has resolved the problem.
Well, shoot, I thought I was a goner that time. Damn bandits won't leave us alone. Had to lock the place up tight. I'll let you in. Come on. Damn it. Blasted circuits are on the fritz again. Give it a go
So,
from the switch
anyway,
out there, would you?
This one's probably going to be pretty short because, well, it's Borderlands. I don't need to really go into a lot of details about what Borderlands is.
The waypoint will tell you where you need to go, depending on what mission is currently active in your mission log.
So, I think I'm going to go ahead and actually cut this one off a little bit early. And yeah, if any of you want to see this, you know the drill. Comments, likes, shares. I'd say to subscribe, but if you're watching my videos, you're probably already subscribed, and if you're not subscribed, I shouldn't have to ask. I either earned it or I didn't. But anyway, as I was saying, if you want to see more of this, do the deets, and we'll get more. If not, well, we'll work on something else.
Since I lost my license.
Have a nice day.
Now I keep the
Now that we're done with all that, please